Hello and welcome to Beehave. Later in the programme, what John Key said about the introduction of national standards when we bumped into him outside the Beehive last April. But first, in part 3 of our exclusive interview with Anne Tolley, we asked the Minister how she researched her party's claim that no evidence exists of any problems in private schools. Did the Law Commission not recommend what it called light-handed legislation to give children protection because it observed that it was missing from the current law governing private schools? We think that the private sector is chugging along quite nicely there, and really, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Who would it hurt to have that legislation there? Surely it was only going to hurt schools who aren't looking after children sufficiently. Hey, look, we couldn't find any evidence to suggest that there were any problems in private schools. Well, you didn't actually ask anybody, did you? Now, we did. We asked the schools. Who would be in a better position to know if there were problems than the schools themselves? Yes, but who would be in a better position to deny that there were any problems than the schools themselves? And you're quite right, because they didn't come up with any. More from Anne Tolley later. But now back to April, where we bumped into a very proud John Key on the day that national standards were introduced. I just wondered whether you'd like to say something about how you see this project unfolding.
Yeah, sure. Well, quite frankly, we introduced national standards to ensure mutual benchmarks in literacy and neurology. Well, according to statistics released by the National Statistics Office, quite frankly, 1 in 4 teachers suffers from poor pronunciation, and 1 in 6 teachers misspells words incorrectly. So we thought it was time to get back to the core basic values of reading, writing and risk analysis. We want kids to not only elicit information, but also know how to use this illicit information.
Could you sum it up for us?
So national standards, yeah. We're creating a bright future for our kids.
Thank you very much. Next time on Behave, Anne Tolley comes clean about the realities that she tried to cover up about children's welfare at private schools, and we catch up with her and the Prime Minister on national standards. We worry about the children. We worry constantly about the children. We're all about the children.
Yeah, we're about children, yeah.
Join us then. Behave.